All good. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Travel Talk Tuesday. You're stuck with Chrissy and Michael today.
Yes.
Two of your three favorite travel specialists. Good morning, Chrissy.
Good morning. It's been a morning already.
Chrissy has had a rough morning already. Do you want to share? Or?
Well, no, but I mean, yeah. I guess I could share a little bit. I just had a client that had an issue with a flight this morning, and so I'm usually here, and bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and so I was working on that, which made me a little bit late than usual.
I noticed. It was documented.
But I mean, I had to get this taken care of, and I did, and so that's why we're here, right? So no shower till I got that taken care of. So.
Well, you did send a text saying maybe a little bit late.
Yeah,
I haven't showered yet, and I said, well, a shower is the most
shower.
critical thing, especially during this, because I don't want to
close.
sit next to you with you being all fresh and stuff.
Right, yeah. So I think it's okay. Yeah.
Is your client, are they still going?
They're en route,
or?
they're checked in, and they're all good.
Wonderful.
Yep.
What a good travel agent,
in,
travel specialist.
That's right.
Good
That's why we're here.
job. You get a gold star.
No 9 to 5 here. 6:55 a.m.
So, in case you're wondering, Tamara's not with us today because she is doing a little research.
Yes,
She's
so jealous.
She's over in Britain, Great Britain, UK,
Petty.
and a little France action.
Oui.
And look at you, a little linguist. She's a linguist.
You guys always make fun of my foreign language, repertoire.
It's true.
When I can use it, I use it.
Yeah. So she's over there, and I think one of the stops, she even saw Disney World Paris. Disneyland Paris, sorry.
Yes.
Disneyland Paris, and some of the pictures I saw were pretty cool.
Yeah, it was interesting seeing that. And it was interesting getting her take on that. So
yes, because there are some differences, some similarities, some differences. So I'm sure we'll talk on that.
I can't imagine it's a small world being sung in French, but she said it was kind of strange.
Good thing you know multiple languages, Chrissy, right?
I am. I'm very linguistically, whatever.
Challenged.
So I was going to say that, which is true.
So we'll hear all about that. Now, if you are not a follower, if you've not liked the Traveling with Tamara page, it's not a bad idea to check it out. Give it a little like, because then you'll see some of the pictures and stuff from not just that trip, but all of her other travels as well. It's a great resource, and very interesting to see how other places in the world do things, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wonderful. So today, I thought, this was actually kind of Chrissy's idea, was that we could make the whole episode about cruises. The best way to travel, specifically about your non-traditional cruises.
Right, because we always seem to talk about, Tam and I, when we return, about our things, and you input a little bit, but you're always the host, so we never hear more detail about what you have been doing. And this cruise that you were on, like you said, is very non-traditional, but you loved it.
Yeah, and I think I put it online, is that this is a popular cruise. It's the Norwegian Fjords. Had you heard of that before I went?
No.
It was not on my bucket list. Now, I've heard from cruisers, like people that are big cruisers, going on 100-some cruises, they all say, oh, you got to do Norwegian Fjords. So I wanted to do it at some point, but it wasn't the top 10 list. But let me tell you, it was well worth it.
Well, good.
So I was there for a seminar at sea, or celebrity learning at sea class, and it was a training session about celebrity, but also to experience the ship. It was a newer ship, Celebrity Apex, but then also to experience the itinerary, the Norwegian Fjords.
What is a fjord?
A fjord's like a big mountain. So think about icebergs, but these were melted. So, it's like mountains.
Oh, okay.
A fancy word for that.
Okay.
So, like, I was with all these travel agents, and so they were comparing it to the icebergs and the cruises in Alaska. Oh. So I'm kind of excited because, as you're aware, in 2 weeks, I'll be leading a group of over 40 on an Alaskan cruise. So it'll be fresh in my head to be able to compare the two and to see. Now, I'm not big into nature.
No, we are not.
But it was beautiful.
Animals and the such.
It was. Well, maybe I liked it because I didn't really see a lot of animals, but it was beautiful. Beautiful. So what I thought, whenever we come back on a trip, we bring little treats. So I thought we would eat some treats.
Some treats.
Now, I will say there's a theme to these treats. They're a little bit more sweet. I didn't bring any savory items. Sometimes we get a little wild with the things Tamara brings back.
And some savory items are strange from other countries.
Well, I will say, and I'll go through this, but I did like a tastes and sights of one of the ports, and we had a plate of different fresh seafood delicacies, and one of them was whale, and it was like a smoked whale.
No.
And I was a
We
little
don't eat
hesitant.
whales.
Oh, it
No.
looks like a pepperoni, almost a little darker.
Oh,
There's a picture
yeah.
on my page, but
Oh.
this whale, smoked whale, like in a
No.
so everyone liked it. I mean,
I don't think people should be eating whales.
well,
Unless
what do you
you're
think the
an Eskimo.
Eskimos
Right,
eat?
well, they do that to live.
And there's Norwegians, the Vikings, they ate it.
I don't know. A whale?
Oh, the whale was delicious.
Oh. All
The
right,
smoked
move on,
whale.
move on.
They
I
had
told
smoked
you
that.
The savory stuff. No.
Deer. They had a couple other small, like different sausages, kind of very, very good. So I didn't bring any whale. I was afraid it was going to get caught in security, but I did bring some treats. We'll start with a healthier start. You're supposed to have fruits in the morning. So these are called Gat and Blandet. Gat and Blandet. These are some fruit. I got a little napkin for you. Some
Okay.
good vibe napkins for you.
Good vibe.
And we'll start your breakfast with a little fruit. These are
so
popular.
busy I didn't get. I went red.
These are some fruit treats from Norway. Okay. How is it? Oh, that's not bad. Oh,
It's like a dot.
but a little softer. Okay. So the cruise, we started out of Rotterdam, which is in the Netherlands. I'm sure you knew that. And Rotterdam is kind of like another big city compared to Amsterdam. You've heard of that.
Yes, that I've heard of.
So I flew into Amsterdam.
Ooh, that's black. I don't want black.
Well, there's plenty of other colors. So that may not be, it may be grape. These are all fruits. So we flew into Amsterdam and then went to Rotterdam. Those two, not on the camera. So those two cities they don't like each other because of their football competitors or soccer.
Oh.
So they're big competition head to head. So went from Amsterdam to Rotterdam. Had a great experience. My hotel was literally 2 doors down from the cruise port. So it was on like a little peninsula into the river. A lot of little shops, a food court, which was very, very good. Had an interesting room, very modern looking, but a great view. And a great breakfast the next morning.
Really?
Do you like when hotels include breakfast?
I do. Not whale, though, but what did you have?
It was almost an American one.
Oh. That probably makes sense. I mean...
They are like dots, you're right. They're hard to get down.
Please stand by.
But it was a good breakfast. I mean, I had the American plate, which meant like I was going around like, oh, I probably should have had 2 plates, mounded, and all these skinny Europeans had like, you know, a croissant.
They don't eat like us, yeah.
Yeah, but it was very good. Had a nice view of the river in all of Rotterdam. Did a food thing the night before, and that was good. And nice hotel, so it was very good.
Good.
So then I just had to walk 3 doors down to get on the cruise terminal.
Perfect.
And, you know, we all like it when we get on the ship quick. It was literally under 10 minutes. Dropped the bag off at the porter, just like here in the U.S., although over there, they weren't expecting a tip. Like, I had a tip, and they turned it away, and no one else was giving tips, the porters.
Why?
They just don't tip porters over there.
Oh, that's...
So you give the bag.
Good to know.
Yeah, save some money. You get through the terminal, and it was real quick and easy. And they were moving everyone through, but it's real seamless. And then got on the brand new Celebrity Apex.
Nice.
Now, have you ever cruised on Celebrity?
No, I have not, but I know you love it.
I do. It's one of my 2 favorite premium cruise lines. So their motto is, and I think you would like it, a relaxed luxury resort at sea.
Okay.
Relaxed in that, you know, come as you are. Now, you can't wear, you know, your bathing suit to dinner.
Right.
But, you know, if you want to dress up, you dress up. If not, you know, you can get away with this at dinner. You know what I'm saying? And a real chill kind of vibe. So that's the relaxed. Luxury, these ships are... People that have been on a lot of luxury cruise liners say it's on par with those.
Wow.
So very nice. The art, the furnishings, everything like that. It's very luxurious. The food is kind of elevated, nice, luxurious.
Nice.
Resort, it's like a resort. So you're an all-inclusive queen. So it's people liken it to an all-inclusive resort.
Yes.
Hold on, I just need a little sustenance here. And so... that's a good model.
Yeah.
I think, you know, during our sessions, because when we were at sea the 2 days, we had sessions, training, and they said, what cruise line would you compare this to? And a lot of them compared to different premium or luxury cruise lines. Oh. What they said is they compare themselves to resorts, high-end resorts. So the Four Seasons, that kind of level, but all-inclusive. So they said for conferences, it's so much cheaper to do it on sea, on the things. But they're like luxury resorts, so they're known and they're really bragging about. They got the Forbes 4-star. I mean, like same level as top hotel tiers around the world. So
That sounds lovely.
it is like a resort.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. Okay. Hold on, let's pause. This is Topris Kube. Topris Kube almost looks like a crunch bar. A little bit different. A crunch bar kind of thing. So,
what do I do with my licorice?
do you need a napkin?
Yeah.
Here's a new napkin. Why don't you break? Oh, there's two. You can maybe break that in half.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
So get on board. You know me.
That's strange looking.
It looks like it's a crunch bar surrounding something in the middle. What's in the middle? Nougat?
Nougat. I think it's nougat. Now that's tasty.
It's not whale.
Or black licorice.
So I get on board. Hope you don't mind me talking and eating. And first thing on my mind is to go get
Lunch.
So so I went to the buffet, but this is not like normal buffets. They do a lot more display stations where, like whenever I went to lunch there, I would go to the stir-fry place, and they have the different meats and vegetables and sauces, and you tell them, and they're cooking it fresh for you.
Nice.
They do that. They got a pasta station like that. They got a salad bar station like that.
Wow.
They have a dessert station like that with a fountain, and they'll dip whatever you tell them. They'll cut, they got 10 different kinds of breads. They'll cut for you.
Wow.
Now, you are going up to these places like a buffet. They're not bringing it to you, but you're getting stuff fresh. They've got the carving station usually has 7 or 8 different meats that they're carving fresh for you. They got a sandwich panini station where they'll make whatever you want on your sandwich. And then they have regular buffet stuff. So there's always like a themed one that was either Indian or Mexican, and you kind of get that theme for the day. And then regular like hamburgers, hot dogs for picky eaters all the time.
And the food's good?
Yeah.
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 The buffet food?
Yeah, because I went to the stations. If I'm going to go there, I want something that they're going to make fresh.
Yeah.
Although the Mexican day, they'll either grill a burrito for you,
Oh, wow.
or you can make a taco. So I made tacos, and it was still, it was good.
Good.
So, but I like those stations. The stir fry I did a salad with my stir fry though, just to kind of make it look healthy. And then they had a pizza. They're making fresh pizzas there. So, that day it was nice enough where I sat outside.
Yeah.
So you saw the port outside.
That's what I wondered weather-wise, what it was like. Because
50s. In the sun, a couple days felt like 60, but it was kind of, a couple days it was very wet, drizzly, kind of just, kind of springish, you know what I'm saying? So got my food, and then I did a quick tour of the ship, ran around, saw everything, because, everything's open, you can see everything. Beautiful, beautiful spa, beautiful artwork, beautiful venues and stuff for entertainment. So it was fun to check out the ship. What's unique about their new ships is that they've gotten rid of the main dining room. And so they have 4 main dining restaurants. And you can either make reservations at them or you can show up. Okay. So you can kind of rotate. And each one has its own unique menu for that specific restaurant. There's like the Italian, there's the French, there's the Mediterranean, there's like a general kind of high-end one. So each one has their own menu. Then there's a standard celebrity classic that's there every day at all of them, and it's like the chicken, the steak, or something like that. And then each day has a specialty one that rotates it all 4 each day. But that was like the lobster the one day. That's on the specialty one. Yeah. So you got that included. But,
wow. Usually that's extra.
Yeah, 1 tail. It used to be unlimited tails, which I got my money's worth a couple times before, but now they're 1, and I get to pay for the additional. But, for that one, I got that in mushroom risotto.
Yeah.
2 entrees, and very good food.
Yeah.
Very,
Sounds like it.
Not always. Well, you could eat healthy, but I never chose the healthy options. If there was butter if there was extra butter on one of them, I ordered that. That's how I decided. But very good food, pretty good entertainment.
Yeah.
I was not the comedian and the magician. I was not really into.
Yeah.
But the other shows had the acrobats with singers and stuff, and it was really cool. You would have liked the rockumentary.
Yes.
Which they did different rock songs from the 60s, 70s, 80s.
Oh.
You would have. I really thought about it. I thought, God, Christy would be standing in the aisle singing this. People would be staring.
Dancing.
But fun, upbeat music. And, this Cruise Line Celebrity is really trying to market towards millennials and younger people.
Really?
With money. They're trying to do high-end. It's luxury. And so I looked around, and you saw young and old on board. There was even some kids, which normally you don't see a lot of kids, but there were some kids even on board.
So that seems to me like that would be an older...
Traditionally it was.
Okay.
Traditionally it was. They really are making an effort towards my generation, and it's working because there was a lot of people my age on there.
Oh, good.
Couples and groups of couples and stuff. All sorts of couples. Very inclusive cruise, we'll say that too. It's similar to Virgin in that way. I mean, there was all types of people. From the tattoo, piercings, hair colors to grandma, and everyone. It was a nice. Everyone got along, and it was a good experience. They had live music at the different bars. Now, I know you like chocolate or espresso martinis, right? Do you like all martinis or just that?
I like all martinis, I think.
I've never been a huge martini fan except that one, but Celebrity is known for the martinis, I guess, which I never knew till now. And every one of their ships have a martini bar, and it's a big thing. And we got to do a martini tasting experience, which I think you would have loved. So I think if you come and do the New Year's Eve cruise, we're going to switch the amenities, and we're going to add this martini tasting.
Okay.
Normally, they have so many martini tastings. It's like a block of window, a block of time, maybe 4 or 5 hours, and they have it like 3 or 4 of the nights. And you just go and you either buy it or you bring your certificate. Because of our group, we did it as a group. So normally you get a little plate with six samplings, and then you get to choose which one you get a full one afterwards.
Okay.
But we got 6 full glasses.
Oh my goodness.
And they explained it, and they were phenomenal. Now, one of them I didn't care for as much, but I mean, like, to taste all these different, everything from sweet to the dry, to everything in between, more dessert kinds. Chrissy, you would have loved it.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
My favorite, I think everyone's favorite, was this. It was like a mix between a lavender and lemon drop.
Ooh.
Lavender drop, I think they called it. It was a real girly looking drink, but everyone, all the guys and the girls, it was great. No. Really, really good.
That sounds fun.
And then they used all high end liquors.
Yeah.
So all the Grey Gooses and stuff like that.
Oh, that's good.
A lot of geese got lost that night. So, but it was an awesome experience. A cool amenity. I really think I'm gonna push for groups to try that.
Yeah,
they
sounds fun.
They have a wine selection one too, where you can go do a wine tasting. But this was
I think it's different.
a good variety.
Yeah.
So
It's all vodka, right? So you're not drinking.
I think one of them had a little gin, but most people in the group couldn't tell the difference. Now, that might have been 4 or 5 in.
After a few.
But the martini experience was, I mean, it's those unique experiences that make a trip really fun. So I think that's something I'm going to encourage my groups to maybe consider doing that. And I'm not a martini drinker, and I still enjoyed it. And actually, I was next to, the group was mostly women, and I was next to 2 of the husbands. I was like in the middle, so we were comparing the bourbons, the tastings, and stuff like that. But we had it was fun. They all enjoyed it too.
Oh, that sounds fun.
All right, you got any questions while I'm opening the next one?
Well, I was going to ask you about ports.
We'll do that next. Let's do that. So someone told me that they're kind of known for the different Kit Kats stuff over there.
Okay.
So this is a Norwegian, I think it's supposed to be like a Kit Kat. It's called the Skeeter. Skeeter. So we'll see how this one is.
Is that like Kit Kat in Norwegian? Skeeter?
Maybe. Well, it looks like a Kit Kat.
Oh, yeah. It looks just like one. What's that say right there? Oh, it's in Norwegian.
Ha and gaga. Oh, Skeeter. I think they're saying enjoy your Kit Kat. Yeah, this looks like a Kit Kat. It's got little little birds on it. I don't know if you can see it. Little birds are etched in it.
That's a Kit Kat.
It tastes a little more chocolatey than
A little different kind of chocolate.
less wafer, more.
It's probably better chocolate. I bet.
It's pretty good. Okay. So we left Rotterdam on Sunday. Monday, I got my cheat sheet here. Forgive me. Monday was a day at sea. So that's when a lot of people do the spas.
Yeah.
They go to the casino. They chill by the pool, although not as many people by the outdoor pool. They have an indoor pool covered. That was very nice. You have the view and it's warm. There's, a lot of people, because at lunchtime I walked through, in the jacuzzi hot tubs. And you saw the steam. I mean, yeah, it was a little wet and gloomy out, but, you're kind of, it's cool.
You're still on vacation.
It's a cool experience. So we were in seminars all day. So we were in the classroom all day while everyone was partying up. But it was a good experience, good training, and learned a lot about the brand and some of the destinations they go to. We talked a lot of times about Caribbean cruises, Alaska cruises. They go to they have these non-traditional places too that I think a lot of people should consider, like this Norwegian Fjords. They do it 3 or 4 times a year. Galapagos.
Yeah.
I know that's on your list, or your mom's list especially. So we did a whole training on that. Beautiful ship. The animals that you get to see. the experience, the offerings, a lot of inclusion. So I would love to get a group to that. It's very expensive.
I was going to say, that's a little pricey.
You're talking 20, 30,000, a couple, but that's including the air, the pre and post. I mean, so it includes a lot. All the excursions kind of included. So
and excursions, I think, are big on that, aren't they? Because
that's what you do.
Little boat or little, what are they called? The little.
Yeah.
The boats you hop on to get to the Pacific Islands where the boats can't get.
Zodiac.
I
knew it hit me. Zodiac.
Zodiac.
But they also do a lot of kayaking in there, and then like if you're scuba, you can do that, but snorkeling's big too.
Yeah.
And for advanced scuba and snorkeling too, it's a great experience for them. The big thing is the blue-footed boobies. It's a unique bird that's only there. The blue-footed boobies, and
interesting.
they're a cute bird. I mean, it looks like a normal bird, but then it's things, the feet are blue.
Oh.
It's like a black and white looking bird, and then this blue
feet. And that's
then,
where?
In the Galapagos. That's like the big bird everywhere. And then depending on, there's two routes. One route you see the red ones, red-footed boobies, which is unique. And the other one, the other direction, you see another weird bird. So unique birds that are only there. Big thing is nature. You know, and there... It's untouched nature.
And the turtles.
I was just going to say, it's untouched. So there they go up to these turtles that are like hundreds of years old, that are massive, and they're like petting them and stuff. And all these animals are just, they're not threatened by the humans because they've always been safe.
Yeah.
So,
how neat.
Galapagos, great.
That does sound lovely.
Good training experience. So, then the next day, we went to Haugesund, Norway. Okay, so, not a big city. Only about 30-some thousand. Known for, do you know what the silver of the sea is? You know, there's the gold rush. Well, they're known for the silver rush. Herring. The fish herring. Which has got a long and storied history.
I know.
Especially in the wars in different countries, negotiating. It was like a commodity, this herring. And very interesting. Got on a little tour thing of the city. Saw their big national monument kind of thing.
Did you try the herring?
No, I didn't have a chance. Got to see this big cross on a hill thing, beautiful views. Everything's on the water. It's not very fjordy there, not very big mountains, just kind of more of a level. It's a fishing little town on the water, and I got to walk through the downtown. There was a lot of shops. I think I posted some pictures. Interesting. Like 12 or 15 pizza shops, which is so weird in the downtown of this Haugesund, Norway. But I didn't have the pizza, but very interesting.
I'm surprised by that.
Well, I might have had a lot of pizza on board because their pizza is like open till 1 or 2 in the morning. So
oh my,
it's dangerous. The next day, then on Wednesday, we went to Flam. Have you heard of Flam? That's one of the big stops in Norway. There's not much. It's just a tourist place. So you're in the middle of all these gorgeous fjords. There's a little village there, Flam, and it's basically just built for tourists. Whether they're staying in hotels, whether they're camping there along the water, whether they're RVs, and then the big thing is this Flam train. Okay. And that leads from Flam to another main railroad. But this is like a scenic train ride, which is one of the top 10 in the world. And I'm not one into huge train rides, but I read that this was top 10. So I got on and did the train ride. Beautiful. Must see. I think everyone has to do it before you die. I mean, it's that gorgeous.
Oh my,
you could take pictures the whole time. I was crammed in with a couple from England and a couple from somewhere else in the U.S. Had a great time, lots of laughter, beautiful sights. We stopped at probably the most beautiful waterfalls I've ever seen, better than Niagara Falls. I posted a picture of it on Cruising with Michael. Wow. Just gorgeous. A little weird because there's some kind of legend or lore of a crazy woman that lives in the woods and the waterfalls, and her enchanting song leads people into the mountains, and they actually had someone there doing it. So
that would be a little creepy.
It's a little touristy. I didn't get a video of that. I should have, but very odd. She had a beautiful voice. I think it was recording. I will send the way back down when we stopped, and they warned us this sometimes happens. Sometimes it's a guy dressed like a girl. The way down was definitely a guy dressed up like a girl. There's a distance, so the guy from England zoomed in. Is like, I think that's a guy. I made a big debate, but he had an Adam's apple. So the redhead, she's in red, singing this song, luring you into the mountains. But you know, you drive through and you're like, I possibly could. I don't know where you grocery shop or what you do, but if you're gonna go chill somewhere, I mean, it's gorgeous. Wow. It really is. These waterfalls, you know, because the snow's melting on the top of the mountain, so there's waterfalls just coming out everywhere. Green. Now they say it gets even more green as the weather turns, but beautiful, 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 beautiful. So that was Flam. All right, we're gonna pause.
Flam. I'm getting full.
You're not getting full. Stop the nonsense. Okay, I think you might like this one. Milk chocolate with a creamy toffee filling. It looks like it's...
A Rolo.
Yeah, I couldn't think of that. It's called a center. This one's pretty self-explanatory. Oh, it's easy to open, too.
Oh, they look like little Rolos.
The only time I have a Rolo is at Christmas when they melt them on a pretzel. Oh, I like it better than a Rolo. A little different.
It's not like a caramel.
It's toffee. Right? Ooh, I'll put these in my pocket for later on. I'm not sharing those. So Rotterdam, Vlam, Hagezaan, Vlam, and then the next day was Geringer. Total tourist place, but we were the first ship of the year there. So
so they're probably very welcoming.
yes, very excited. There's just some shops, a number of hotels, campground, RV ground, and it's around this beautiful waterfall, which is gorgeous, and then the fjords everywhere you look. I got off and walked around, but I did not do a tour. But there was different funiculars where you go up, or there was rides that get you to the top of the mountains where you can get a view. I probably should have done one of those because the view from the pictures from other people looked gorgeous looking down and everything.
Yeah.
But sometimes those excursions start adding up in price.
Right.
I can't afford an excursion every port, but cool little town. That's actually where I got these treats from. And then one of the excursions that one of the travel agents took, which is not one of the official excursions, but if I go back ever, I'm going to do this. They have these they're almost like smart cars, and you rent it for 2 hours, and the GPS gives you a route, and you go up these you get to drive these cool roads, and it takes you to all these cool sites with the best photos, gives you some history, and it kind of talks along in like this little motorized vehicle. And
that sounds like a great idea.
it is. She says a little scary on some of the turns, but the pictures were awesome. So I think that'd be a good. I'd go back just for that because that sounded like fun. And I saw the little green things zooming around and stuff. It was cool. So a tourist place. After that, I was at dinner when we passed the Seven Sisters waterfalls. I don't know if you saw that on my Cruising with Michael.
I did.
7 river water sources come together and they all kind of fall off this one waterfall. So kind of a cool sight. The ship spun 2 or 3 times so that everyone could see it and get your pictures because this is one of the top waterfalls in the world, photographed, all that good stuff. I was eating, filet mignon or something. I was like, ooh, look at that. More soup. It was good. So
Fancy.
So that was Geringer. And then our last official port was Bergen, Norway, which is like one of the 2 big cities.
Yeah, I've actually heard of that one.
And it was really cool. Less fjords, more mountains, and it was kind of a really cool tucked away little city, fishing town. Great history, one of the larger cities in Norway. A lot of Viking history, cool history. I did a taste and sights tour. So that's when I did the seafood. We went to the fish market. And I like some fish, but like they had a bunch of raw fish on there, and I was like, but it was actually good.
Oh.
It was all very good, and that's when I had that smoked whale. That was, all of us were shocked at how good the smoked whale was. I mean,
no whale.
So, got some cool sites in, and saw some UNESCO sites there. I will say, this is a good side story. They showed us what the locals call the U.S. Embassy.
Okay.
And that was this little tucked away McDonald's. And they call it that because when President Clinton was president, he was there, and they did one of those tastes, the same thing I did, not the same tour, but like an elevated version, I'm sure. And he tried everything, and then I guess like later on, he was spotted at this McDonald's. And a lot of people have the pictures, and it's like widely spread. It's actually hung up in the McDonald's, and so they joke that that's the U.S. Embassy.
That's cute.
At the McDonald's.
He wasn't too keen on the whale, maybe.
No, but it was delicious. I don't know why he wouldn't like it. The whale was very good. So, cool pictures. Again, Cruising with Michael, check it out. Awesome pictures. I loved it. So, and then when you leave these ports, I'd go out the back of the ship and have my little cigar, and you got the beautiful sights.
Yeah.
You're curving through these fjords because they're tight.
Yeah. It's
not the captain of the ship that's driving the ship. You have to have one of the locals that know these fjords to navigate. Wow. And so, great experience. So,
that's awesome.
Also, Bergen, when you left, there's the big bridge. It looks like their huge bridge. Yeah. It's really cool. I will point out, I think I might have texted you this. Later that night, it's mostly daylight there this time of the year. Yeah. So, you only get 4 hours of darkness. But it was maybe around 10 or 11. The captain comes on, which is not normal. You don't want to hear the captain at 10 or 11 at night. And it's not just the main quarters. It was in my room. So it's serious when they come on in your room. and said, sorry to interrupt. You're going to hear some helicopters. Someone was being medevaced from the ship.
God.
And then they asked everyone to stay inside to respect the privacy. And so you didn't hear much, but you heard these helicopters for about an hour. And I thought, oh my gosh, what's going on? Nowadays, helicopters can't land on the ship because of the way the helicopters are designed, so they had to lower a basket to pick this person up.
Wow.
But, there's always medical people on board.
Yeah.
The nurses, doctors on board felt this person needed to get back to Bergen to be in a hospital to get treatment. So it's a basket thing, and then they lift up. And I said, that alone would give me a heart attack being lifted up in the basket.
Yeah. Did they find out?
Well, here's the thing. The next day was an at-sea day, so we had our conference. And the leader, Bo, from a celebrity, was clearly shaken. Like, I could tell she was off when I was asking her questions before class. Clearly shaken. Then when it started, she started crying and telling us that it was the person that was life-flighted was from our group. And the lady was the sweetest lady ever. Not that old.
Yeah.
And I guess she had been feeling a little off for a couple days or something like that, and then started vomiting and stuff. And the medical people didn't like her stats. Like on all the testing, they have medical stuff on board to troubleshoot. And the doctors and nurses insisted that she needed to be in the hospital, so they life flooded her out.
Wow.
So, learning lesson takeaway is that they can get you off board if needed. There are medical people on board. Third, have travel insurance.
Right.
Because can you imagine? I mean,
the cost.
you had didn't one of your kids? Didn't Hayden have to be in the helicopter? Or am I thinking of someone else?
No.
Someone I know's kid had to be Metaflight from a football game, and it was like $10,000 for like one of those helicopter rides.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how this would be? And then you're in a hospital for they did a couple little treatments, and I guess she was going to be moved down to a regular room.
Oh, good.
After a day or two. So I don't know where she's at right now, how she's doing, but
Let's
she was
hope
progressing
gets
the right
travel
direction.
insurance,
Again, travel insurance.
Yeah.
What a nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah.
My Lord. Okay.
No more food.
Well, we're going to do one more cookie because we're about to wrap up. So we're going to do, this is called a ballerina, almost like a ballerina. I'm hoping this is good. It looks like a cookie with chocolate filling. Now, it's weird. In America they have plastic wrappers inside. This you open right up. Oh, these look like those cookies my grandma had.
Oh.
It's like a chocolate cookie and then a vanilla cookie with like a chocolate ganache in the middle. How is it?
It's pretty good. It's all right.
It's not overly sweet, the cookie.
It's good. But I'm stuffed, as I just spit out.
Not me. There's always room for more. So then we ended in Amsterdam. You're familiar with Amsterdam. You are familiar with Amsterdam. Red light district, all that good stuff. But great people there.
Yeah.
Got on the plane and came back home. Non-stop flights out of Detroit. So it was very convenient. No issues there. I did forget on the way. No issues back. The way there wasn't unruly passengers. So we had to make a detour to Boston. Police had to take them off board. So that was a little delay.
You were nonstop from Amsterdam to Detroit?
And from Detroit to Amsterdam.
Wow.
It's one of their regular flights.
Neat. Yeah.
It makes life so much easier.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I mean, I think the flight there was supposed to be like under 7 hours. So, I mean, you go north and you're kind of cutting over Canada, and you're not going around the earth. You're kind of cutting over, and it's really quick and easy.
Boy, that's good to know.
One other interesting thing I'll point out. I don't know. Well, I do have a customer going on a back-to-back cruise, but there are people that do cruises back-to-back.
Yeah.
For an extended experience. I was amazed at the number of people on board that had just done the transatlantic.
Oh my gosh.
So they had come from Fort Lauderdale all the way over there. I think it was 15 days, they said. And some of these couples, I'm like, I'm surprised you didn't push them overboard. And they said it was a great experience. Like, a lot of these people do it every year, one of the transatlantics, because it saves them on airfare. And you're basically just chilling at a resort, they said.
Yeah.
Great experience. They all, they like the entertainment. They like relaxing, chilling, and so some were doing that, and then some were doing after that cruise that we just finished. We're doing the UK and British Isles.
Oh wow!
And that was like an 11 or 12 day cruise.
A long time on the ship.
That one looked amazing too. Then I met one couple from Florida that was doing all three.
Oh my gosh!
So I'm like, well, you're gone 33 some days, 34, 30, whatever it was. I said, you must have won the lotto, and she said, after COVID, we had a lot of extra money, and so we needed to go experience life and blow some money. I said, well, good for you. So,
wow, that sounds amazing.
yeah. I mean, it was a good enough ship that I think you could do that without a problem.
Wow.
So
Awesome. Well, welcome home.
thank you. So what it all boils down to is they're not just Caribbean, not just Alaska.
Right.
There's a lot of unique areas, the fjords being one of them.
Yeah.
Japan is a real popular one. I'd love to do a Japan one. They've oversold those cruises this year, so there's a number of people that have been pushed off different ships because of Japan being so popular. Australia, New Zealand is popular ones.
Yeah.
There's an African one coming up, South America. So there's a lot of unique spots if you're looking for a different experience. And you want the convenience of a cruise.
Right, so it doesn't always have to be about Bahamas and Cozumel and all that. So
you can only go to the Bahamas and Cozumel so many times. So, I mean, we're looking for new excursions for people to try new things. So there's that experience as well.
Awesome.
Well, I'm going to have to eat and drink some coffee and stuff. Yeah, you know, a little off on the timing.
Yeah.
So 2 nights ago, I woke up at 1:30. Last night, I woke up at 4:30. So I'm starting to gain. I'm almost back to my 6.
Yeah.
So we'll be there soon enough. But great cruise experience. Check out the Cruising with Michael to see the pictures of Norwegian Fjords. It's well worth it.
Awesome.
Good. So you have any TGLT news?
Well, kind of in that same vein of just different kind of trips, I do have 2 lovely ladies who are embarking on a Rocky Mountaineer, which is a luxury train trip, and they're going from Vancouver through Jasper, Lake Louise, and Banff, and then coming back. So far so good. They keep in touch with me, and they're very excited. I love them so much. And so when they get back, we'll get together and get some pictures.
You guys have gotten together a couple times. I feel
my gosh, I know. They're so lovely. And they were so excited. This is bucket list for them. And but yeah, I think it's that same kind of group that, you know, everything's all inclusive on the train, and then in the evenings they stop and you stay in hotels, but they take care of all your luggage, they take care of everything. So it's a very luxurious, but yet affordable. I mean, it's there's trips that aren't going to break the bank. Yeah, absolutely. But you have all your meals and drinks and everything while you're on the train. You see lovely, lovely sights, and so I have them, and then I have my people going to Punta Cana this morning. They kind of ran into a little snafu at the airport, so.
But they're good.
But they're good now, so you can't complain when you're headed off to Paradise.
I was going to say in 4 or 5 hours, they'll be by water with a drink in their hand.
They'll be fine, so, so.
Well, I think that's critical for 2 things. First, it talks about Rocky Mountaineer, which we love the product and hope to always sell more. Yes. Great videos online and stuff. Second, I think it shows that we really meet clients where they're at. So whether you just want to deal with us via text, and a quick phone call or email, if you want that distance or make it easy and quick, or whether you want to become real good friends with us and get together for coffee, catch up, no matter the level of expectations you have, we're there to meet it for planning and executing and celebrating those travels.
Whatever works best for you, because like I said, these are my 2 ladies. They're older, so they always want to meet and have coffee or lunch and discuss everything and go everything in person. And then I have tons of honeymooners from our bridal show contacting me, and those are younger kids who seem to like the text and email route. So yeah, we can do it all.
Whatever you prefer.
Yep.
Wonderful. I'll just share 2 things for updates. Just booked a couple from North Carolina. They were sent to us by our friend, we've talked about it before, Zach the Traveling Man, has a great YouTube channel, love his content, and this couple has caught the Celebrity Cruises bug. They went on one and now they're hooked. So I got them booked on the brand new ship this December, the Celebrity Ascent, and they'll be going through the Caribbean. Yeah. And I was able to get them some deals since I was on board, so I was happy about that. They're going to get over $500 in onboard credits for free. So she's like, well, I wasn't really looking for onboard credits. What am I going to do? I said, well, this can pay for your excursions. You can do the spa. It can be casino. They also have shops on board for ladies that like the expensive, overpriced purses like you, or guys that like the fancy watches like Brett. Or there's even, it's the only cruise line that has Apple stores on ships. So
oh my gosh.
I know of people that, and other travel agents are sharing stories of people that have had $1,200, $2,000 in onboard credit and bought a computer or an iPad. Because you have the money, so you might as well do, put it towards something you need or you really want. So, plenty of ways to spend that onboard credit. But this couple's getting...
You'll find a way to spend it, trust me.
Yeah, they'll have a good time. The other thing I do want to point out, because I was on board the training, so for the next 2 weeks to the end of this month, if anyone books a Celebrity Cruise and you're on a balcony or up, I can get you $100 in onboard credit. to start building towards, whatever you're going to buy online. So if you, it has to be a balcony up. So if someone were to join the New Year's Eve cruise and want to start saving towards a fancy purse, you'd have $100 towards that.
And that ends when?
At the end of just the next 2 weeks, I can do this extra $100 on board for free.
Okay.
And again, it's just because I was at the training and they said, here, go sell our stuff, and we'll give you $100 for each cabin. So let me know if you're interested in that. So that's all I have. Anything else you have?
No, we had our sandals webinar last week.
Oh, yeah.
So
How did that? Did you have any bookings after that?
I did. I had one so far and 2 other that I'm kind of working on through it. So
Now, when does that, because with that webinar, if you attended, you get a deal or something.
Yeah.
So when do those incentives, when do they have to book by?
Thursday. This Thursday.
Oh, so someone went to that webinar, attended it, and want to take advantage of that.
They got a $250 spa credit.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
We booked their honeymoon and found the perfect, the webinar was good for me too, because I took, as I said, copious notes and got to find out what each sandal, what is like the highlight or the best selling point for each sandals resort. So I knew this couple were hikers. They love being outdoors. So they're staying in St. Lucia at Regency Le Toc, I think it's how it's pronounced. And it's very mountainous and gorgeous. They got a suite on the side of a bluff, like the side of the mountain that overlooks the ocean.
Jeez, that sounds expensive.
It wasn't. And their club
in
level.
St. Lucia?
Yeah. And their club level too. So it came in with their budget. It's 2024, so
that's the trick, is to book 23 prices
so
for
they're
for
booking
honeymoon.
now, put their $400 total deposit down.
That's it?
Yep, and they don't have to pay until 60 days before they leave. So, that gives them a little bit more wiggle room when they're looking at budgets and such. So, so they came through, and then I got another email last night from somebody. So,
awesome.
Yeah, it's been good.
That's cool.
Tied to the bridal show in Cleveland.
Yeah, we had all of our bridal shows. So as a reminder, if you know someone getting married, we are a great resource for your bachelorette party, for a pre-wedding getaway, or for the honeymoon.
Anniversaries, honeymoons, anything, yeah.
And for the parents, I always say, after you're done with all that, you need to catch your breath too.
Spend a little money on yourself.
We'll send you to the beach or to a cruise ship, and you can relax after all the headaches and after your wallet's been emptied.
That's right. Emptied on yourself.
One other thing I want to point out, our Viking cruise nights are next week. So if you haven't RSVP'd yet, we still have some room. The Sandusky one's filling up very quickly. So we have over 40 people at that one. So that's going to be next Wednesday, May 24th at 7 p.m. at the Sandusky Yacht Club. Okay. Then the next day, Thursday, the 25th at 7 p.m. at the Hilton Garden Inn in Levis Commons, which is in Perrysburg. So anyone in Toledo, Savannah, Maumee, Perrysburg, Bowling Green, any of those areas, that would be perfect for you. That's at 7 p.m. at the Hilton Garden Inn. So there's still room. If you want to RSVP, we need that. We just need your name and your email so that we can have name tags ready for you. Just email rsvp@tgltravelco.com. Or you can call us. We'll take care of you. But either way, we'd love to have you. There's wine and cheese. There's no cost. We'll be there. So lots of fun and wine and cheese. And of course, we're going to learn about Viking cruises from our friend Mary Trotter. So she's flying in just for us.
What a great night.
It's going to be fun. We may do a little pre-recording of one of these because since Mary will be in town, we might as well get a little Viking information for all of our friends. It's the biggest river cruise company in the world. Over 100 boats they've got. So it's
oh my gosh,
they got a lot going on. So hopefully you can join us, RSVP, and we'll take care of you.
Awesome.
I think that's everything. You got anything else, girl?
No, I'm getting a tummy ache from all the candy.
Not me. I was thinking about lunch already. So next.
Of course you were.
You'll be saying.
I know.
I'm hungry. That's what she says. I'm hungry. Usually around 10:30 every day.
Yeah, that's about it.
So we'll be talking about that soon. But so I think next week Tamara will be back, I believe.
Yes.
And I think we'll probably hear about her trip, and we'll do
Paris and London.
And learn about that, and maybe she'll have some treats for us.
Ooh, I bet she will.
So safe travels for her, and we want to thank everyone for watching, learning about these non-traditional cruises, especially the Norwegian Fjords. And if any of these, or sandals, or any trips that you're thinking about, you're ready to book or learn more, contact us, 1-855-LIVE-TGL, or message, Facebook message, whatever you want to do, email, and we will take great care of you. Right?
Absolutely.
Thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you next week. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.